estimated 703,000 people a year take their life around the world. For every suicide, there are likely 20 other people making a suicide attempt, and many more have serious thoughts of suicide. There have been 6,060 days since I was born, 199 months, 16 years, and one life out of at least 27 million people who have attempted to take their own. To say one thing declares a good life is a nuance in itself. It simplifies every complexity that could claim otherwise. Every struggle, every lousy action, every hurtful remark, every tragic incident, every therapy session, and every single horrible thought one can have of themselves. And yet, looking in from the other side of these deep, endless graves dug by the world around us, having been on my knees yearning for anything to send down just one rope of hope, the one thing that has granted the simple shreds of a good life is the idea that no matter what, tomorrow will come, the sun will rise, and you will take another breath. When the years of self-discovery began to fundamentally change me, my perspective on the world grew. 6th through 8th grade was probably the most challenging time in my entire life. My family had been dealing with the effects of a terrible legal case. My friends were all growing up. The lies of people were being put on my shoulders, and to top it off, I had no idea who I was. I hadn't learned how to make true friends. I hadn't tried to find my passions. I didn't know who I wanted to be, and I had blocked out a lot of who I was beforehand. The hardest part of it all, though, was that I didn't know how to ask for help, and in return came the mental obstacles that attacked me daily. To say the least, I was lost. I think a lot of us can say that now as we look back. What I know for sure is that every person in this classroom, reading this or hearing this, has made it past those days. We've made it to the parts of our life where we get to know we are going to be okay, at least for the most part. And if you really think about it, while there are surely many ways we have made it here, the biggest is that you would hope that tomorrow was going to come, and you were going to wake up, and it would be a new day. I really believe that is the hardest and best part about it all. The morning will come and you will be here again. 6,060 days will fly by, and each of them will be filled with moments we hate, but also moments that we love. This video is a combination of both, combined into a showcase of the little fragments of my own life that made me wait for the next day to come. Moments where the world seemed like it was falling apart, and moments where the clouds were just too low for how high I could shoot for. I think so often it feels like there's too much of an imbalance in these moments, where phases of tragedy fall time after time, one after another, or where it seems like nothing could go wrong and you want it all to stop just right there. But it does balance out. Maybe not how we anticipate, but it eventually does. One day, when all of us are grown and have jobs and families and houses and won't remember the small moments that made us feel hopeless, I really do believe each of us will be grateful for the strands of hope we found in our own bottomless holes. For the people who reached out a hand or just threw down their own ropes and pulled us out. For the experiences that threw more dirt down on top of us, or even the ones that swept away all that we had built up and made everything feel pointless. Those moments, the ones we have now, the ones we've had before, and the ones that will come soon, will not be the reason we let go. They'll be the reason we hang on. 27 million people have died in my lifetime just because they couldn't reach the top on their own. But I hope all of us makes it there anyways, if not now, then soon. Because the most important thing to a good life is the ability to wait for that day, and to know that the sun will rise, you will wake up, and you will take just one more